So here's my question. There have been women calling for men to protect women. And most men that I know of have an inherent internal mechanism that compels them to aid women in their time of distress or danger. But take a look at this video and tell me what you think about this situation.
Why is always the transgender trying to fight me? I'm not a Blueface have nothing to do with this. What are we doing? Again, you're a man. That's a real
No, that's a man.
I'm a whole bitch. Is you upset? When a bitch say that, they be mad, crass. When they be mad, if they give a cameras, girl, you can come pull it up.
Now, nothing came of this altercation, but let's just say that things didn't turn out the way that they did. Let's just say that the trans person let loose and proceeded to beat the brakes off of this woman. And let's say you and your buddies just so happen to be near the action. What do? Do you let them work it out? Do you come to the rescue? Do you just break it up and say, now, ladies, let's all play nice? Now, this is a serious question. What is a man supposed to do? Now, there are some women that say, I don't need a man to protect me. I can take care of myself. But clearly, this woman in this video doesn't think that she doesn't need a man, considering that she's threatening to go get a man to fight this battle for her. Now, check out this video where a guy by the name of Charlie Kirk, he's having an exchange with a feminist.
What would you say to feminists, specifically those I think you would consider biological women who are in support of trans women being able to access women's spaces like female bathrooms and being able to participate in women's sports?
Are you one of those feminists?
I am.
Oh, okay. Lucky guess. What is a woman?
Somebody who identifies as a woman.
So can I become a woman?
Do you have gender dysphoria?
Thankfully, no. So anyone at any time can become a woman?
No. Because
Well, anyone could have gender dysphoria. It's you claim it upon yourself. You're a feminist, and you say anyone who has gender dysphoria can transition to become a woman at any time. And you're a feminist?
I am.
What women are you trying to protect?
All women,
That you can't-
regardless
that you
of
can't
whether or not they've transitioned.
I wish you well in the coming situation where now, as a feminist, you're going to have to live under the tyranny of men who think they're women. Thank you for being here tonight.
So if this is the way that feminists think, then what is feminism if there's no such thing as a female? Or if there are no factors that differentiate what is a woman versus what is something else? So people might wonder, well, why are you so passionate about all this? Why are you so worried? Well, if you must know, I happen to be a father of daughters. And as a father, I recognize the bombardment of blatant propaganda taking aim at the youth, unlike any other time in my lifetime. The most propaganda that I can recall when I was a kid was toy commercials, Santa Claus, and eat your carrots or you'll go blind, or get good grades and just say no to drugs. But now it's, no, you're not a girl. No, you're not a boy. No, you whatever you feel like on any given Sunday. Here's a participation trophy. See, but my genuine question is, if the men of their communities historically have fought off the bad guys, and in nearly every modern society, men have sought to protect and preserve the lives of the women and children by being the first line of defense, should there be an invader or even a natural disaster. And I know that there are a lot of women who think that because we're in a time of relative peace in the West, that they don't need a man or his protection. But I can tell you this much. I was right in the middle of Hurricane Katrina, and in the aftermath, I got a pretty good preview of what a breakdown in society looks like. When there's no electricity, no cell phone service, no 911, no running water, no policemen to call because they declared martial law, no internet, it's just you, your will to survive, and a can of Vienna sausages. But still, even then, I witnessed that it was disproportionately men who were going chest deep into the water rescuing women and children. So what I want to know is, does the inherent compulsion to protect the female of the human species, does that die when a man chooses to transition and call himself both female and or a woman. And I'm speaking directly at those who say that there are women that can have male genitalia. These are women, not trans women or any other term, but emphatically a female and or a woman. Now here's a hard question for you. This is for the men, if you as a man are on the sinking Titanic and you've been charged with the task of rounding up all of the women and all of the children and putting them on the last lifeboat. And everyone else, pretty much, they either have to wait until help comes or go down with the ship. Okay? Now, there are only 10 spaces on the lifeboat. 10 spaces left on this lifeboat. Any more than what the boat was meant to hold will sink it. So all that you could put on the boat is 10 people maximum. Now, if you saw that there were 5 women, each with 1 child, totaling 10, and also there were 5 people that you knew for a fact were trans women, who would you put on the boat? This is a question for the men. Now, here's a question for biological women. You're on the same sinking ship, okay? And you hear the call, women and children, make your way to the lifeboat, okay? Everyone else has to go down with the ship, where death is imminent. Now, you are the last person in line. This is for the ladies. You are the last person in line to get on the boat. But as you reach your foot out to step onto the boat, they stop you and say, "Sorry, ma'am, the boat is full. You have to die with the men." But you look in the boat and you see that the person that was right in front of you in that line, the person that was the last to get on the boat, was a trans woman. And not even fully transitioned. I mean, had a mustache and a mini skirt with the bulge right there, plain as day, sitting in your seat, looking at you. Looking at you like, too bad for you. Trans women are women too. What would you do? Would you die on the boat? Would you sink on the ship? What would you do if it actually came down to where your life is on the line? You see, I mean, because it's easy to advocate for things so long as you think that it won't challenge your sense of reality and existence, so long as it's detached and far off. Now, it is worth noting that there are transgender people that do not agree with the idea of trans women infiltrating the spaces set aside for biological women. So they don't all move as a monolith. But if these institutions have been made available for women because men have made it available to women, and men are ultimately the ones who protect these spaces set aside for women, but women are completely divided and cannot come to a unanimous, non-logically fallacious agreement as to what exactly constitutes a woman, would men be in the wrong if they limited their protection only to their wives and loved ones? So that's something to think about, especially the Titanic question. Leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe and share. Till next time, Logical Dynamite Radio, out.